Reminder from Roxanne on how this tournament works.
We've 12 heats with 6 players in each heat. Only one winner from each table will move on to the semifinals. In those semis, 2 tables with the top 3 players will take their chips on to the final table. $360,000 prize pool and $125,000 going to the winner.
Lines at 1 and 2 still.
Pass.
I think so.
Pass. Pass.
Fold it around to the button. Schultz does have that look of a poker player, as in never seen the sun.
Oh.
Yeah. And his raise with the ace-10 has been paid off by clear here with a lower ace suited for the flop. You're not a... You know,
he's at 4 hearts here, so you might see a check raise.
Check. 9,000.
You see the raise or a flat call.
Call.
Yeah, I mean, clear's... With the raise, he was giving himself 2 ways to win, wasn't he?
Yeah, for sure.
And Schultz may be able to back into winning this pot. Is he going to check the
Check.
turn? Oh, wow.
17,000.
So you could have put a stop to this after the flop, Jesse.
Yeah, I mean, clear's basically facing a bet now for a big percentage of his stack. Could you see him pushing here?
Oh, I doubt it. I doubt it. He's obviously putting him on overpair.
It's a pretty gutsy bet from Schultz.
Yeah.
Pass.
I can't imagine there was any way that Schultz knew he was in front there.
Well, when he had the perfect opportunity, he's checked him, and then his bet he didn't raise him. So once he called so quick, and the flop was so bad, he must put him on a draw, Schultz. So he's played that perfect, really.
All the knights still have their lances sheathed, a full 6 players here, but someone's going to get thrown from the horse. More after this.
No one to play with? There's always partypoker.com.
I'm Roxanne Ciordia, and this is the PartyPoker.com European Open 3. Some of the best players from around the globe are riffling their chips and checking out their cards. This tournament is one for the big boys. We go over to Jesse May and Ian Fraser.
Looking down, zooming in on this poker table, and Christian Schultz in the forefront. He is near the chip lead. I don't think
Another pocket pair for the bow tie.
I don't think he's won a pot yet, Dave Muller.
I think he's the only one that's had a raise and not copped.
And
Pass.
just a little limp in there
Pass.
from the pocket 8s.
Call.
Steve Clear was agreeable as
No raise.
well. Maybe 4 ways here if Schultz knuckles
I'll
the
check.
option.
Looks like he's going to suck your brain out, this guy.
He does. He's, not a bad flop for a pair of 8s.
Okay,
The 8s are
check,
ahead
check.
right now,
Check.
as long as there's no king out.
Go on, be ashamed of boys.
Check.
He didn't last time when he had the pair of 5s, and it was, I think, it was King 3-4 when it the flop, and he didn't bet then.
6,000.
Well, all of a sudden, that card made things very interesting. The Greek fish now, bottom pair and up and down straight, has led out for about
6,000.
the size of the pot, 6,000. And Schultz has
Call.
got a flush draw. The best
Pass.
hand, Muller, has just racked it,
Pass.
as has Clear, which was the second best hand. It's a good bet from Greek fish. He made himself favorite here.
Yeah, it was a good bet. We can see from Muller's game how he's playing. He's obviously a very tight player. You know,
Check.
don't mind putting the hands down. Don't want to get involved early on. So we look forward to see how he opens up a bit later.
11,000. Pass.
He's
And
quite aggressive, this guy, isn't he?
Not much chip movement here, 6 ways. They played 13 hands.
Yep, Schultz is just a little bit out in front from Fenton, and the others are much the same.
And Schultz deserves his chips, doesn't he?
Pass.
He's just kind of gone out and won them by force of will.
Pass.
6.
Raise to 6,000 total.
Speaking of going out and getting some money, Luke Patton with the raise. I mean, in these early levels,
15.
I
Raise
say
to
Greekfish might be
15,000.
encouraged to peel off a flop, but a re-raise here.
Well, no, yeah, that's the sort of play I like to see, Jesse. You know, with these
Pass.
cards, why do you want to be flat calling? You know,
Pass.
re-raise, you might take the pot down there, and then if the other guy flat calls, he knows he hasn't got a massive hand. I like the bet.
Call.
You know, if Luke's got a massive hand, he comes straight back over the top. So at least Greekfish knows roughly where he is.
Patton's going to peel off the flop for 9, but interesting thing is, I mean, Patton could have hit his best card, an ace, and still had no idea if he was in front.
Check.
Yeah, it's a perfect time to bet the pot now. You know, I'd probably come out and bet 25,000.
There's 33,000 in the pot. And Greekfish has about 70,000 right now in his stack.
20,000.
Yeah, see,
That's a good solid
you
bet.
can't call Luke.
Pass.
That's why you're better off with these cards, you know, doing the re-raise. You know, if he flops an ace, he knows it's probably on him, Greekfish, then he can get away from the end.
Lovely stuff there from Andy Greekfish
Yeah, good play.
to get himself busy. I think one of the looking at the scores rolling across, Schultz,
I know what you're up to.
Fenton, and Greekfish on top, and I mean, it's just showing you one of the amazing things about this game is just when you think all the moves are automatic, everybody shows a different way to win. I mean, the guys who are on top
Pretty
here,
sure you were behind.
they've all won their cards with no
If
hand.
you were not behind.
Also,
pre-flop, you were
Greekfish
behind
knows,
pre-flop.
he knows Luke's game.
Raise to 6,000 total.
You know, he don't call with a weak ace,
He's
Luke.
under
You know,
the
so that's the
thumb.
second one of them. He's thrown ace 7, ace 9.
No, they're not.
But
Right.
he'll raise with ace 4, which is the
You
way to
must
play.
have At least ace 6.
Greekfish says to Fenton, I think you got at least ace-6.
Oh dear.
Pass.
No, I think he was saying about the last hand.
Oh, about the last
Jesse.
hand.
I think he said to Luke, I'll put you on
Pass.
about ace 6.
That was a pretty good call as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Yeah, Luke, I thought you're going to look
Call.
at it, you're going to
And clear here, just calling from the big blind with the ace-king.
run into hands with
This is a bit messy, isn't it?
It is a bit messy, but it ain't bad early on. You know, you hit your card, the other guy don't put you on ace king.
Check.
Ain't bad.
Big hand though. I'll tell you.
You just don't want to, you know, you've probably got it in your head that if you hit, you're playing. If you miss, you're going to
9,000.
give the game
would have
up.
gone all in. I'll put it to you another way, look. There's gone
Yeah, I
up.
mean,
if you raise, I would have gone all in.
Clear's got a big decision here. The bet's
I'll tell you,
9,000,
Pass.
and
So
you
he's
called it.
passed. Good
Yeah,
play.
he gave himself the opportunity there that if
Sure.
if Fenton had a big hand pocket pair, they weren't going to make a huge pot there.
Yeah.
Big one.
What's always in your mind, Jesse, is you don't get ace king often, you know, and you feel like you've wasted it. But I think he played it perfectly, you know. Later on in the game, yeah, you can.
Tell him about
put in
that
your re-raise.
tournament that me and you were in. We went into a tournament, he bloody...
Last time-
he started talking Greekfish. Once he wins out, that's it, he'll be chirping all the time.
They call them chirping chips, don't they?
I went all in with Jack 10, do you remember?
Did you win?
Yeah.
Did you?
I doubled up.
Nasty memory that is.
You won the tournament.
Yeah, I know I did. Yeah. The
Pass.
hands account though, not the winner.
And I've seen you play some absolute filth that night.
Pass.
You played well though.
Folded around to Schultz here.
Coming to the Turks and Caicos for 5 minutes action.
Raise to
that what you
5,000
want?
total.
And that's a mini raise.
Pass.
Oh, yeah.
2 plus 3.
Yeah, yeah.
Pass.
Find some bathing there, I'll tell
Yeah,
you.
it was all there was, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Schultz has
Not a
got
good
a
sign.
very good seat at this table. Two
Yeah.
rather passive players on his left.
It's not the 5 minutes, it's the cash game on the side.
You know, it normally takes you